Only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something coming, I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be grand. With a click, with a shock, funnel jingle, open the line.
You're ahead of me. Pepe, watch me, not the music, and if you make a mistake, we'll go back. Right? You know this. When you look at the music, you sing wrong words. Just look at me. 4 bars, D4. Up to
Jose?
Buffoon.
Coming.
Come.
Coming.
Come. What I'm
I'm saying calming.
John, please don't do this. Don't give elocution lessons over the microphone, okay? Silly man. Madden. 32.
Here we go.
32. Bar 32. Come on.
please.
Call it.
Okay, stand by, everybody. Something's coming. Take 130.
I don't have numbers, Maestro. I'm sorry about that.
I'll sing it for you. Coming to me.
131.
Coming to me.
Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something coming.
You went to G major instead of F major. Also, if I can wait, you're not waiting. You're
Well, maybe we should break and listen to it.
Why not? Why not? So, take a break.
Let's take 10.
Mrs. Dalloway, Mrs. Dalloway. I'm not even Clarissa anymore.
Based on Virginia Woolf's landmark novel,
What a day, Lucy. What a day for my party.
First Look Pictures presents a new film by Marlene Goris, director of the Academy Award-winning Antonia's Line. Vanessa Redgrave is Mrs. Dalloway.
The central character is a woman that's fearful of life, and therefore she focuses on the small things in life, whether it be a beautiful flower or a party she's giving that night.
Roses for the hall, I think.
This is the story of what happens to a woman in one day who is to give a party in the evening.
It's like 7 rivers run through the main river, which is this day in 1923 of Mrs. Dalloway's life, and flashback memories to when she was young and the people she loved.
The perfect hostess plans the perfect party.
Give people one night in which everything seems enchanted.
As she remembers one special summer, some 30 years before. Adored by one suitor, attracted to another.
I'd never really read much of her own writing, and reading Mrs. Dalloway, I've tried to read it years ago, and I couldn't get into it. And and I suppose it's always the same. When you get a part, suddenly you become obsessed.
This is Mr. Wickham, Peter.
My name is Dalloway.
But I've introduced you to everyone as Mr. Wickham.
My name is Dalloway.
When we got to America, I realized that everybody's very educated in Virginia Woolf and passionately adores Virginia Woolf. But in England, there isn't that passion, and you aren't automatically educated in Virginia Woolf's writing when either people of my generation or later. Everybody doesn't love and want to know about Virginia, which is extraordinary because in terms of a writer, she's on the level of Picasso.
Have I lost the thing that mattered? Let it get obscured in corruption, lies, and chatter?
She broke my heart, and you can't love like that twice.
I just looked at her one day and thought what she should play is Mrs. Dalloway. And I said, you should play Mrs. Dalloway. And she said, then why don't you do a script for me? And I said, oh, I don't think I can do a film script all by myself, Vanessa. And she said, I think you can. But then Vanessa thinks everyone can do everything. And I'm very glad to know her for that reason, because I always think I can't do anything. So she gave me heart, and I did it.
Oh, Silver does look...
Надеюсь, вы осознаете, что наши отношения не выйдут за пределы этой встречи.
Это вы никогда не сможете забыть меня.
Россию надо держать. Держать вот так.
Больше ждать нельзя.
Я люблю тебя.
Свадьба и сразу коронация.
Ihr Glück ist nur durch diese Frau bedroht, Eure Hoheit.
Я не отступлю. Я слышала, у вас есть невеста.
Да, но у меня еще есть время подумать.
Wegen ihr hat dieser Irre seine Frau verlassen.
Ты украл мой поцелуй! Я должен идти за ней.
Что с теле идти?
Ники! Ваня!
Я надеюсь, мой сын получил от вас все, что хотел. Ты должен вылезти из-под юбки своей балерины.
Ники, мне страшно. Ты сам не знаешь, чего хочешь. Ты сошел с ума.
Мне иногда кажется, что готов убить вас.
Ты имеешь право на все. Кроме любви.
My name's Fiona May. But in court, it's my lady. I'm always too busy. The law can take over your life.
You coming to bed?
Is tomorrow the case?
Okay. My lady, they're ready for you.
Court rise.
Fee, shall we talk?
Excuse me, long day.
I don't know how to say this. I think I want to have an affair.
What?
I love you. We're meant to be together. But we don't even kiss anymore.
Yeah.
We have an urgent case, my lady. The applicant, Adam, has leukemia. However, the boy and his parents are Jehovah's Witnesses, and it's contrary to their faith to accept blood into their system.
I would like to hear from Adam himself.
So you've come to change my mind.
Why is a blood transfusion wrong?
Why is anything wrong? Torture, lying, being unfaithful in your marriage.
What is the point of your silence?
People think you've been influenced by your parents. Somehow I've got to decide. The child's welfare shall be the court's paramount consideration. Life is more precious than dignity.
Do you remember how we were? Don't you miss that?
My lady, I've got so many questions for you.
I think you brought me close to something. My delicious adventure.
Fee, talk to me.
This young man thought I could answer all his questions, but he's dying.
He's just a child. Lovely boy.
Adam, remember all of life and love.
It's a day of anguish at the Royal Courts of Justice.
My lady, they're ready for you.
Realism is the practice of accepting a situation as it is.
What you're saying is what you see is what you get.
But what you see is not what I get. They call me lucky.
President Roosevelt escaped.
How does a 100-year-old tortoise escape?
I hope he turns up soon for Howard's sake.
I got this anxiety attack. I fell.
Lucky fell down.
Let's not make a production out of it.
No sign of concussion. Lungs are great, even though you smoke. You get much exercise.
I walk around all the time. I do 5 yoga exercises every day.
Nice outfit there, cowboy.
I was scared to death. I started thinking there's nothing out there. It's all black. The void. Este amor apasionado, anda turbo alborotado por volver, se querer.
Do you have any kids, Lucky?
None that I'm totally sure of.
You know, most people don't get to where you are. They never get to the moment that you're in right now, where you have the ability to witness what you're going through and clearly examine it.
I know the truth, and the truth matters. And you have to face that and accept it.
There are some things in this universe, ladies and gentlemen, that are bigger than all of us. And a tortoise is one of them.
Been very good today, so you get one of these.
What do I do with this? Stick it up my ass?
How about you just suck it?
Dwa serduszka, 4 oczy. Oj, oj, oj. Co płakały we dnie w nocy. Oj, oj, oj. Czarne oczka, co płaczecie, że się spotkać nie możecie, że się spotkać nie możecie. Mnie matula zakazała, oj, 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 żebym chłopca nie kochała, oj, oj, oj. A ja chłopca chaps za szyję, będę kochać póki żyję, będę kochać póki żyję.
Algunas veces la señora no se siente bien. Entonces vos vas a acercarte a ella para hablar o pones música. Hay una pintura de Di Jiménez. ¿Por qué será que la ama? Tenía una deuda más. La acusaron de estafa y le mandaron adentro. Lo mismo que a mí.
Chiqui, ¿por cuánto tiempo?
Chela, tranquila, tranquila. Bueno, chao.
chiquita se fue a Punta del Este. Fantástico. Está bien como un cáncer.
Vos no deberías andar manejando. Mi registro tenés. Imagínate si chocas. Salgo yo y entramos.
Disculpame, ¿será que me puedes llevar acá cerca un rato?
Sí, ¿cómo no?
Vamos.
Oh, loca. Divina. Que canta, que llora, que ríe, que reza. Atrévete.
Algo te pasa.
Abrí un poco tu boca ahí.
Nada.
Tenía novia. A ellos yo les debo todo lo que sé de mi cuerpo.
Sheila. Necesito hablar contigo. Me parece que es para mí.
Ты чё, мамка зачем послала?
Нет.
А чё хотел?
А я тебе совсем не нравлюсь?
Главное, чтобы ты Гальке своей нравился.
Dear Orson Welles, you left no autobiography, but you left something else. I went to this secure storage unit in New York, and look what I found in the box, Orson. Drawings. Many have never been seen before. A sketchbook of your life. You traveled the world. You drew everywhere you went. Places, people you loved visually. Do your sketches show us your unconscious? Do you recognize this place? The City of Light. You drew and painted it. You have such lights in the movies, and your drawings come to life. Your films are sketchbooks. You thought with lines and shapes. Macbeth's one of the few films I wanted to draw as I watched. You draw yourself crying, pray for the free man who damned himself. Did you damn yourself, Orson? And if so, for what? Who were you? There are at least 1,000 of your artworks. Can we tell your story anew? We can still look through your eyes.
English public school. This is where Britain raised its empire builders of yesterday and still trains its leaders of tomorrow. This is the unchanging English public school. This is where you still learn to play the game.
The angles of the one equal the angles of the other. Understand, Bruni? Yes, sir. Good.
Far from home, far from your family, you learn what to expect from life.
Just remember that life here is a matter of give and take. We are your new family, and you must expect the rough and tumble that goes with any family life.
In this world, you have to watch out for yourself and obey the rules, as in the world outside. But some people are born to break the rules.
You three have become a danger to the morale of the whole house, and we've decided to beat you for it.
I serve the nation. You haven't the slightest idea what it means, have you?
You mean that bit of wool on your tit?
With its freedom and excitement, its visions and its dreams, this is the world of youth, a world of fantasy that sometimes turns to strange violence.
Look at me. I'll kill you.
You won't forget them. Christine Noonan as the girl, Malcolm McDowell as Mick the rebel, Richard Warwick, and David Wood as his friends who share a secret loyalty. Three young people who reject a world that the old have made and decide to take things into their own hands. If may shock you, it will surely surprise you. It's a film that will make you take sides. Which side will you be on?
Cheer up, Brian. You know what they say? Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. Aye. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Come on. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. So always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath.
Steve, it's Rob.
Oh, hey.
Listen, the Observer wants us to do more restaurant reviews.
Really?
But this time in Italy, and they'll fly you to Europe.
Well, first class. It just feels odd doing something for a second time.
They go and make another.
It's okay. It's just doing an impersonation.
This is the ideal place for a romantic evening.
You know I'm not a homosexual, don't you?
If romance should occur, we'll deal with it as it happens. Who plays you?
Play myself.
You could have Jude Law. He hasn't aged like you and I.
Well, he's balding.
Yeah, but he's got that face, he doesn't.
He's got that really young, bald look.
You will one day lie on a slab.
Yeah.
Somebody else will dress you. With you, that'll happen sometime before you actually die. Somebody else dressing you.
That's fantastic.
You know what will make this perfect now? Michael Bublé. Where do you stand on Michael Bublé?
His windpipe. It's funny, isn't it? When women that age just look straight through us, don't they?
Non-threatening.
The smile you get from them is the smile they give to a benevolent uncle.
Ciao, buonasera.
Buonasera. Or a pest.
The small man in the box.
This is a real man who died. I wonder if anyone cried for him.
I can see the volcano erupting and I am petrified.
People say, oh, she only slept with you because you're famous. I say, well, he only slept with you because you're good-looking and young.
One in the blue top looks like a younger me.
He's like the best surgeon in the world.
Yeah.
He's been given a year with you.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
And we're a bit lost.
Go left, go left. Move, 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 move. All roads lead to Rome.
Well, the ones we run went around in circles.
Do you, Michael Caine?
I'm not going to bury another Batman.
Another Batman? How many Batmans has he been burying?
Let me tell you. That's just wonderful. You've got an acquired taste. I don't think you can top it, really, with anything.
Yeah! Some brown sauce on it.
That's true.
Grazie mille. Oh, there's too much going on. Come. Quat, it's time for us to go.
Swing low, sweet Cadillac. Swing low, sweet Cadillac. Coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. Oh, an Eldorado coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. never die. The finance company just failed. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even when he was dying and he was in Beverly Hills, he kept saying, "When are we going home? When are we going home?"
He loved it here. He was a desert rat.
And Palm Springs was his home.
This was such an enclave for celebrities.
The perfect retreat. All of the actors and writers and producers.
I'm lonely since the day that you left me.
I mean, there was no media spotlight. The cops were very friendly. Everything that someone who's going to call himself a swinger could possibly want in Palm Springs.
Mr. Sinatra was Mr. Palm Springs. He made this town. It was like magic.
He liked Palm Springs better than any place.
He built New York for JFK. JFK decided not to stay there, and that upset him a lot.
His pianist, his personal pianist, Frankie Randall, he had to live close enough to Sinatra so that whenever Frank called and said, "Hey, I feel like singing, get over here."
When the sun went down, that's when he became alive.
You know who else? Elvis.
He was nocturnal.
Ava Gardner was his big love of his life. On this house in Rancho Mirage, on the step, he always lighted a candle for her.
Everybody in Palm Springs has stories about Sinatra. He was the greatest, and he could be the toughest.
There was a party up here all the time. He built it to entertain his friends.
He used to bring all the girls in from Las Vegas by helicopter.
He'd fly them in his Learjet to Palm Springs Airport.
And he traveled with a regular entourage. And the old guys, they would just sit around, they'd throw ice cubes at each other, like a bunch of young kids.
Very, very childish.
He would have the waiters line up, just $100 bills, just like that.
And he was very finicky about his food.
The greenie was thrown against the wall.
That's nothing for Frank. He was Frank.
We've waited on 4 different presidents. Nobody asks about Bush anymore. They don't ask about Ford anymore.
He would read the newspaper every day to see if anybody needed any help.
3:30 in the morning, say, "Time to just take a ride." I'd get up and get in the car, and we'd ride around the desert all night long.
There'd be a story about maybe a woman whose mobile home burnt down. He'd be on the phone within a half hour, and they'd be writing a check, and it would be anonymous.
Almost every week, somebody said he was a close personal friend of Frank's.
For 36 years, he never once said, "Trini, call me Frank." Never.
What did you call him?
Frank.
If you'd come back to me.
He looked at me, I looked at him, and I went, "Strangers in the night?"